Good morning. Good morning. Gonna try to find us. Huh. I can't find us. What's going on here? There we are. That was weird. Let me get the link out. And I gotta go grab something off the printer. And I will be right back to get started. There, that's it. That's at least in focus. Okay. Here's the first one. We know it's there, so we won't forget the other one. Okay, I'm back. Good morning. How's everybody doing this fine Monday? Good morning, Chris. Good morning, Susan. Hello, Heidi. How's it going, everybody? Good, I hope. Hi, Dieta. Hi, Ruth Ann. What a day already. It's been a day. You know, it always is a day already. Hi, Beth. We do have power. We got power on Saturday around 11 o'clock in the morning. That was very exciting. And then on Sunday, we decided to go to the market because everything in the refrigerator was history. Do I still have a light? Oh, I do. Let's use the light. So much nicer with the light. I don't know why, but it is. Good morning, Nina and Katie and Kathy and Cindy and Terry and Carol. All right, I'm just going to get started, even though we're a bit early. We start out every morning with hello and then shameless plugs. So here goes. Here's the shameless plugs. Arlene's leaving. Love you guys. Love you, Arlene. She's going to watch the replay. The shameless plug of the day is always creatorofcuteness.com. So everything I talk about can be found at creatorofcuteness.com. Am I in focus or in camera? There we go. I'm a little off. So that's where you can find everything on the website at creatorofcuteness.com. And first thing I want to talk about was we had the first episode, I don't know what you would call it, the first session of the So Much Cuteness class, and man, it was fun. So fun. So this is a class that we're going to do 3 months, every other month, twice a year. So we're going to, if you sign up now, you get the one that we just had for February 21st, you get April 11th and June 13th. Then the second session, if you like the first session, is August, October, and December. So it's 2 sessions of 3 classes each, right? We're going to make some cute projects, including bits and bobs of fodder, journal pouches, snippets, ruffles, button bouquets, stitched papers, and more. I have come up with way more ideas this weekend. So you can still sign up for this because the videos are recorded and saved. So let me show you what we did this weekend in case you need a push. We learned how to make these cute little pillows, or you could make a patch and do whatever you want with it. So I taught everybody how to make these because I've been making these forever and I love them so much. So this is just a little pillow that you could set out wherever, and it's just cute. Then we had little hanging pillows like this. This one says "Be Beautiful." She's so cute, isn't she? Just simple. And it has a little hanger so it could go on a doorknob or a command hook or whatever. And then this one says "Dream." And everybody got the artwork from me for the words. There were 4 words. I'll show you in a minute. And then I taught everybody how to do the lettering on it and a little bit of stitching. This one's really cool, isn't it? Great colors. And then this is the last one, and I'm still working on the last one, but this one says Believe. And it's got little hangy-downy bits, because everything I do has hangy-downy bits. Isn't it pretty? I mean, the colors just come out so lovely. And then the way it works is not that at all. Not that. That goes somewhere else. Oh, I don't think I even have the folder. It's upstairs. Is this the folder? No, that's an empty folder. The way it works is when you sign up, every other month we're going to do a class. This month we did the pillows. Next month will be something else. I think it's going to be pouches, because I think everybody will have time to practice, and we'll do pouches. And then in between, during classes, we're going to be making a stitch book. So at the end of our 6 sessions, you will have pages to put together to make a stitch book. So that's pretty fun. Then we have Journal Play Day, which is coming up again. We had the Valentine one, which gave you all of this artwork for the month of February. And oh my gosh, some of the books that you guys are sharing that you made are fantabulous. So we make a new journal each month, and then you get to play in your journal. Did I have a chance to play in my February journal this month? I did not, because life gets in the way all the time. But this is March, and I'm super excited about it, especially if my printer is actually working now, because I have to print out these 2 pages. Everything for this month is in black and white. That doesn't mean it has to stay in black and white. You are certainly welcome to print yours out and color them if you want. But these are the 3 pages that you get for March, and I love them. Super excited about that. And then the empty page is another one that's coming up. This is coming up again in, where are we? In March. So we will have another empty page class in March. So you'll get traceable art from me every other month. You'll learn about mark making tools and mediums, as well as exploring lettering, quotes, stencils, and more. And the kind of things that you get in this class, aside from what everybody else is doing, because I got to tell you what, Debbie Pack did a page today that I'm copying. So not only do you learn from me, but you get to learn from others in the class, and there are some fabulous journalers. So you get artwork like this that you get to trace onto your page, and then you can create with it. This is another artwork, so you've got both of these this month to work on. And then you take this one, and you turn it into this crazy, wild, detailed page. Okay, so that is the empty page class. You can sign up for all of those classes on the website, which is creatorofcuteness.com. Before we start on February, let's talk about March, because I don't think, let's see if I can print it out real quick. I forgot to print it out this morning. The March prompts are posted. They are up and ready to go. So you can see them in the files section on this page, and you are going to want to print them out. Rebecca Swayze did them, and they are beyond fabulous. We are basing the whole month on color, and what she based it on was this color meditation deck from Lisa Solomon, who I have followed for decades. It feels like I've been following her forever. She's just such a genius. And we're going to use these meditation cards in with our pages. So she gives you these meditation cards and then talks about how to replicate some of them on the back. So Rebecca has given us prompts that go with these cards. You don't have to buy these this deck if you don't want to, but it is pretty great. So I have posted a link for the meditation deck, as well as the journal that Rebecca will be using, that I decided to copy and use the same. So I posted both of those links. They're both in the featured section of the page. Her prompts are in the files section. So if you want to print those out, now's the time. So that starts Monday, March 2nd, which is next week, right? Is that next week? Hold on, let me look. Yeah, because there's only 28 days in February. Yeah, we start March 2nd. All right. So here's what we've been doing for February. Although I haven't had power, my husband's uncle passed away. We have been crazy here at this household. You know, what else is new? Oh, do you want to know what else is new? Guess where my daughter is right now? Mexico. In Quintana Roo, which is Tulum. And the government told them to shelter in place yesterday, but she sent me a link today saying they're okay today. But I don't know. You know, just one more thing to stack into this brain of mine that can't hold anything else. All right, so we've been doing individual cards like this, or I have, while the power went out, and I couldn't do lives. So I just did individual cards. But then we've also been doing these 2 at a time cards where we do a square and then a rectangle. And it's different takes on those. So this is one where I stitched paper. This is one where this one kind of matches this one. So I've tried to do a different take on both. This one is this one. And this has like mega heavy pop-up tape underneath it. Right? This one has a little pouch. And I didn't realize it until later on that I did this twice. I didn't realize that I have this twice. But that's okay because it's done differently both times. So we'll leave that there. And then we did this one with the heart in the pocket with a washi tape envelope pocket. And then we did this one to start with, which is one of my favorites. Love is an action word. All right, so then while the power was out, yeah, thank you so much, Terry. So I did this one while the power was out, and I want to replicate it on our square today. So this says, carry joy in your heart. I have a layered card here. I've got a light pink here, a white here, and then another white here. Yeah, I don't want to talk about Bailey being in Mexico. She's with her best friend and her best friend's mom and the best friend's husband and their 2 daughters, 2 little daughters. They went to go do cenotes, you know, where you jump in the caverns and caves. All right, so I'm just putting washi tape down because I want to be able to go right in the center here. So I'm just going to press it down a little bit towards the center so that nothing seeps under the edge. And the way I started this is I wet the card and then I dropped in paint. And then we're going to find flowers. Can you see them? All right, so let's find the pinks and the greens. We'll start with pinks. And we're going to do this one a little differently than this one. So we're going to do the whole background here. And we're going to wet our card. Just total water. It should be clean water, but my bowl, I guess, is dirty. So it's putting a little haze on this card, but that's all right. This is not watercolor paper. It's mixed media paper, so it should hold the water if all goes well. All right, now we are ready to drop in our pinks. I need to go straight up and down a little bit more. So, do you see how it's just kind of spreading? Hold on, let's bring the camera down, I guess. So, getting some pinks down here. They're not perfect. Okay. Now we're going to add some greens, and we're going to let those do the same thing where it's going to kind of run. So, see how I did it here? The greens ran into the pinks a little bit, and then we add some darker pink. So, just going to add some of these into the pinks, and we may add some darker. And you kind of have to work fast because everything dries real quick, and we don't want that. We don't want it to dry super fast. I think you can actually go back and re-wet, but I haven't tried that. But I do like how it comes out when we're done. I'll get some darker pink. Let's use opera pink. So we'll get some darkers going here as well as the lighter. Oops, I ran into the green. Try to stay to the white spaces. No, she's at home, Terry. We're going to pick her up today to take her shopping. But she's been by herself, and she's been doing great by herself. All right, so let's drop in some bright dark pinks. That is very dark, but that's all right. This one won't be exactly like the other one because we're doing it a little different. Beverly Swain with Tammy, Julie, and Lindsay. What do you mean? Beverly, are you having a craft day with your friends? With all of our friends? Are you guys all together in one room? That's really cool. Okay, I think I'm about done here. Whoa. Does it matter which colors you put which order you put the colors in? It does not matter, but I will tell you, lighter colors first, darker colors after. And then you can go back and, if you've got some whiter areas. The key is you want to go all the way out to the edge so that when you pull your washi tape, you definitely have an edge. So I just make sure that I've got color all the way out to the edge. Okay. Always lighter colors to darker colors. Oh, see, and it's running right here. That bothers me. I'm going to get the blow dryer and try to dry it. Because you can always go back with color and add it. Like this is too dark for me, but I think it's okay. You can see on this one how the color's dried, but I let this one dry naturally. And I had nothing to do because there was no power in my house. So, hi Stephanie. Stephanie said if I was doing it, it would look like blogs. It does. But I log on and click on your link and it immediately looks like flowers. No, there's no flowers there yet. Don't be so hard on yourself, girlfriend. So I'm going to get and add more pink right there. And I want to add more pink in where there's white here. I kind of want all the white filled up. Beverly, are you guys all sisters? Julie, Tammy, and Lindsay with an E? Or are you talking about me, Lindsay? This whole card is pulling apart now because I've given it way too much heat. So I'll have to re-glue it or maybe stitch it. I only have black thread in my sewing machine. Don't like that right there at all. Just gonna go back a little bit and add some color in here. I want to get that kind of cool yellowy green color that I used on the other one. Just some of it. And then we'll start finding flowers. So yeah, when I went online last night in the middle of the night and I couldn't sleep and I saw that they locked down Tulum, I gotta tell you what, the freak out was actually happening. I was really going into freak out mode. I'm okay today. I think she's okay. All right, we're going to leave that because if I start doing too much, then, you know. Tammy says, we are Maker Bee sisters from an online art program where we're all together. I want to join that. I want to be part of a program. Okay, I'm going to take this off. So we should end up with a nice border all the way around. Whoops. If all goes well. And if for some reason your washi tape starts sticking, then get the heat tool and bring it back. It'll peel it up a bit. I have way too much white going here. I'm going to have to, I don't know what I was thinking. I think we're going to go with a little more green. And let me bring my camera up. Angie's in the Maker Bees too. She's delinquent. What does that mean? I want to be part. I don't like not being part of stuff. Somebody better send me a link for the Maker Bees. All right. So I'm going with green. I cannot tell you why. So we did all that pretty white border and now I'm putting green in. So yeah, my daughter, it's probably not easy to shelter in place with an 11-year-old and a 5-year-old, but they did. I think she's actually 7 or 8. I don't think she's 5. She'd be so mad at me if she heard me say that. And then, but they had an Airbnb, and I think it's right on the beach. So I think they were able to go out to the beach, and that's good. Okay. So there's our green. Oh, it's a paid subscription. I don't pay for anything that you have to subscribe to because I have been burned in a paid subscription. All right, so I think I'm going with the light pink, and we're going to do the same thing here. I don't mind paying for classes, but I don't go for those subscription things. So this line's a little thicker than our other line. I like how this is coming out. And we're going to outline these flowers, whereas the other ones did not get outlined. And my daughter's flight leaves on Wednesday, so they only have to shelter in place till Wednesday. I don't know. Okay, somebody send me the link for the Maker Bees. I want to see what this is all about. If and you can. All right, let's move our water so I don't spill it on anything. So we're still fairly similar here. I think I am going to stitch through this pink one because it's all kind of peeling up. But I'll have to change my thread over to white or pink because I only have black in there and I don't think black is going to look real good. But I kind of like it without the outlining of the flowers. I don't know. See if I got everything dry. Looks dry now. I have to bring my new pencil sharpener downstairs. I don't have one here. I only have this. Hang on, I'm getting there. It is pretty scary. Thank you, Angie. All right, we're going to add some green on green. So tone on tone. Then we're going to do the same with our pink. And then we'll decide if we're going to find flowers and outline them. You can tell me what your opinion is. Or if we leave the background semi-watercolory. Because then a heart is going to go on top of it, I think. I mean, I haven't decided yet, but the whole point of this month is hearts, right? And I'm so excited to start the colors. Wait till you see the prompts. So go, when we're done here, to the files section and download Rebecca's prompts, because there are 3 pages of color swatching pages that you're going to for sure want to print out. We're going to use those every day during the month of whatever month it is. March. It's March coming up. And of course, we have to leave again next week to go to Los Angeles, but I think I'll be able to film from LA. So, should be able to do that. Should I do more tick marks or dots? I think tick marks. We're going with the brighter pink in here. Yeah, I like it. This pencil is called Process Red, which I've never figured out because it's just bright pink. But I don't do colors the way artists do colors. I just look at them and say, that's a bright pink. Don't forget there are blank ones too to make your own swatches, Rebecca's telling us. Oh yeah, you're going to want to print out all 3 pages. They're fabulous. Rebecca always comes through for me. Now if we can just talk her into doing a day or two live, maybe on the weekend she could play with us, because her stuff is so cool. Rebecca, what do you think? Could I get you to do a weekend, Dave? Just to come on and do a live? Would you please? We would be ever so grateful. What else can I tell you? I got an invitation to a class. Well, not a free class. A class that's in San Jose, California, which is close to me. And I really wanted to go, but it's $900 for the weekend, which is affordable. But it doesn't sound like there's any instruction. And then you have to pay $200 a night for 3 nights to stay at this place where they're staying. And I'm like, I just can't. And there's no instruction. So that's weird. Okay, well, I really like this. I think I'm going to outline some flowers. We'll try this. Yep, they're just blobs. Stephanie was right. Blob flowers. See how they're coming out? These ones are just blobs, and these ones are outline blobs. Very, very technical. Don't try this. What am I doing there? Why am I going outside the lines? What a dope. I don't think this will erase. Oh, maybe it does. Dope. Stay in the lines, Lindsay. I do kind of like this both ways. It's fun both ways. You can just have so much fun just trying to find the flowers. I think it's fun. Makes me happy. Wait till I get to the leaves. Oh, so happy. This is kind of a mess in here, but still pretty. All right, then we're going to go back with our processed red again. Frozen? Was it frozen? We only need a journal and paint for the prompts, Pamela's wondering. You don't even need paint. You can use watercolor, you can use colored pencil, you can use markers. I'll probably mix it up and do different things. You know, I don't think we'll do the same stuff every day. I really want to start trying some acrylic, so we may try acrylic. Ooh, scary. I want to also try oil pastels. So you don't even need a journal. You could just use scraps of paper. We are going to, the journal that I'm getting is 5x5. So it will hold those cards that I just showed you from the meditation deck. So that's up to you. You know? I'm going really fast. This other card that I did, this one, took me a long time. I sat and waited for paint to dry, which took forever, but it's fun, waiting for paint to dry, because then you go on and do something different. You know. I'm going to miss doing hearts, but it's not like we can't do them again. And I think hearts are in one of the prompts that Rebecca's doing for us. I think. Leslie says the hotel is taking care of everyone, no plans to leave. Leslie, are you in Mexico? What? Hold on. Leslie, I haven't been reading. Leslie must be in Mexico. Oh, Leslie, I'm glad you're okay. My daughter's not at a hotel. She's at an Airbnb, so they have to take care of themselves. But they're not. They showed a guy at an Airbnb from Sacramento earlier. It was like right down the street from that Costco that they lit on fire. She's not even close to that. She's on the other side of the country. Just using the same green to outline with, not doing a bunch of different greens. Pretty, right? Do you like doing this? I do. Why, yes, Lindsay, I do. Thank you so much for asking. I'm having a good time. How about everybody else? Are you guys having fun? It's really pretty. Cartels bombing cars and buses. Yeah. They blew up the Costco also. Or maybe they didn't set the Costco on fire, but the Costco got burned. Because they shot a cartel leader. I don't understand that. I've never understood that. Okay, they shot the cartel guy, but you're burning up your own town. I remember when we lived in Southern California before we moved, and there was Rodney King and Reginald Denny and O.J. Simpson and all that, and people were burning their own area, and I'm like, could you go burn somewhere else? Because why would you burn your own town? I don't get it. Okay, well, I'm loving this. I don't even want to put a I don't even want to put a heart on top of it, but I will. We're using a Posca just because I have a bunch, and I've been neglecting my Posca because of the Panda Fly pens. So I figured, show the Posca some love. This one's much deeper than this one. Must be the difference in the paper. This is a watercolor paper. This one is mixed media paper. I don't know for sure if that's it, but that's just a guess of mine. That's my dogs just playing. They're not hurting each other. Leslie, what part of Mexico are you in? Are you in Puerto Vallarta? I'm gonna say a little prayer for you. Forever and ever, you'll stay in my heart, and I will love you forever and ever. I never will part, and I only mean heartbreak for me. You know what I watched last night? Because my husband was watching some war movie, so I went in the other room. I watched the Eric Danes interview. You know, McSteamy from General Hospital? No, Grey's Anatomy. One of those shows. who just passed away, and he asked for this interview to be released after he passed away. It was hard to watch. Okay, I'm going to get, so somebody sent me this. Oh, that's not going to work. I need just plain white cardstock, so hang tight. I'll be right back. But there's what it ended up being, both of those. So I think this should work. I don't know what fell. Oh, my whole box of cards fell. Hang on, let me pick that up. They're still full. Okay, so I think what I want to do is this. I'm going to fold this paper in half. God willing. Let's see if I can do this. I've seen people do this. Can I do this? Not thinking I can. We'll see. I probably should have drawn it on. Well, that doesn't work. Pass. We're not going to have a folded heart. I was going to have a folded heart, but we're not anymore. We're just going to have a heart. That should work. Not really excited about that heart. Well, it'll be okay. I think I want it green. I don't want to get that one wrecked. Let's get another brush. And I'm going to go with a darker green. Let's get some of the green colors going on in here. That is a good green. We're going around the edges. I wanted it to be a folded heart, but I messed it up, so no. No folded heart. Anyway, I watched the Eric Dane's interview. Eric Dane. Man, what a brave soul. And how terrible is ALS? Almost as awful as Parkinson's. Just watching your body deteriorate every day. Okay, well, I'm happy with that. Let's see. I'm not sure if I'm going to do this or not, but I'm going to paint it so that I'll have the colors here. A leaf, a leaf, a leaf, a leaf, a leaf, a leaf. Some leaves, okay. Got some of those in case I want them. And then, because I think I want to glue some flowers to the top. So then we're going to take, this looks like a good scrap. That's much darker pink because my water's very dirty. And throw some opera pink in there. And throw some bright pink in there. Okay, we'll let those blobs dry with a heat tool. And get these guys a little drier. Don't ever throw out your scraps like this when you're working with things. These look like pink popcorn, right? But it's fine. Because, see, I made a whole bunch of leaves on this heart that I messed up. And now these are going to be flowers. Where do you get the tin palettes? These on Amazon or any art supply store. This one is from a fancy girl. Her name is ChristyRice.com. She makes pretty ones. Paint Crush. Christy, K-R-I-S-T-Y, Rice, R-I-C-E. Well, that's okay. All right. So next thing I want to do is look for a scrap, but I can't find one, so we'll just go for this. I want to take and do a little darker green, I think. That's a lot darker, but let's do it anyway. And we're going to go around our edges, but maybe we'll do some different color greens. Yes, Diane, I have electricity. Came back on Saturday. I just hid out. Doing those same little tick marks that we did on our card itself. We don't have to go around the whole thing, but almost all the way around. Oh, I almost missed one. All right, let's see how this looks. Oh, happy. All right, now let's get these flowers going here. That's good. And we need our centers. And then we need our white dots. Okay. Then we need to do our leaves. We're going to trace around them a bit and then cut. Football leaves. Okay, super simple. Who said, oh, Cindy's father died of ALS? It is awful. Just seems more and more young people are dying. Or is it that we're just hearing it more and more? One of the Vikings football players who was 24 years old just died this weekend. My husband's a big Vikings fan. That's how we knew. 24. But not anything weird, you know? Just died. Like on the football field or something. I don't know. Oops, I missed a leaf. Maybe I don't need all of them. And then I don't have my green fountain pen down here. That's a bummer. I'm going to have to use a different green. because I used the green fountain pen on the other ones. Okay, saving that just in case. Oh, this got, how did it get so dirty? There we go. White. Oh yeah, I saw that they did a GoFundMe for him. I think he was broke, from what they said. He's just asking money for his daughters, or not him, but his wife's a model and an actress, so I don't know. But they were divorced. But he still obviously loved her, if you listen to his interview. And you would think that they would be getting money from Netflix for this video, for this show that I watched. All right, one more. Sorry that I have to take so much time cutting stuff out. But it'll be worth it, I promise. When I'm in LA this next week, I'm going to go to the deli in Hollywood and get some good Jewish food because I'm in need. And I think we should go straight in the middle. Yes? Oh, Angie's up on top of, she said they never really got divorced. All right, let's try some different colors here. That one is out of ink. This one looks good. Oh yeah, let's do that. Carry joy in your heart. Snow is melting so fast. It's crazy how fast when it's not really that warm, but the snow, it's going to rain tomorrow, so it should go all away. I love all the different greens. That's pretty. That's pretty full. Okay, and then I gotta move these pillows. Get a light pink. A very light pink. This is pretty light. That's about as light as it gets. We're gonna add some dots. Because why not? And then let's see how this one works. I think that's darker. Oh no, it's lighter. I'll add some highlights with this brush. This is a Stampin' Up! Writer. I got it at a yard sale. Always test pens when you buy them at yard sales. Ask them for paper or carry some with you. Just don't buy a pen that you haven't tested because it could be dead. Very tiny. Okay. Now we can glue everything down. So this is going to pop up, but I don't want it really popped up much. So we're going to use these kind of flat pop dots. I mean, they're popped, just not much. And then we may use some for the flowers. Tomorrow is going to be more of this kind of same thing where I already did this tall, skinny card, and we're going to do the larger card. I think I want it this way. This is trash. All right, then we're going to do let's pop these guys up, I think. Oh, popped out on the back, not on the front. Karen is telling me they were not divorced. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Access Hollywood people. My husband's like, how come you know so much about celebrities? I'm like, I watch Access Hollywood, I guess. This is going to get glued down. Yeah, he was so beautiful. And he was pretty, if you listen to his interview, if he's not lying, I mean, why would you lie when you're dying? But sounded like a really nice man. Oh, let's see. I'm going to use some of this. We're going to glue some of these leaves down, and then some will be popped up. All right, we'll pop some up. I don't know if they kind of get lost there, but I like them. I don't think they're too lost. Anyway, who are you all talking about that passed away? Jackie wants to know. Eric Dane, McSteamy from Grey's Anatomy. And I guess he was in some show called Euphoria, which I never watched, but I might have to watch it. McSteamy, not McDreamy. My husband's like, no, it was McDreamy. I'm like, no, that was the other guy. Oh, a lot of glue here. Not this guy, the other guy. Okay. Eric Dane, sorry. You guys are so funny. You come in halfway through a conversation, you're like, who died? All right, let's look at everything after I throw away trash. Put away the pencil sharpener. Put away the pop dots. I don't think I need anything else. I just want to get some glue in here. So let's see if I can do that, because it needs to be glued down better. So we are taking my mother-in-law to the bank today. That should be fun. And the market. That should also be fun. We did our big marketing yesterday, so we wouldn't have to deal with our marketing when we're doing her marketing. Come on, glue. Hang on. I do really like this part. Come on. You're so close to coming down. I feel the air. Should be glue here in a second. Slowly. There it is. Gonna put some here. looks like right here. All this came up when I used the heat tool. Come off. Okay, well, that's, oh, there's one more spot right here. Seems like I did that spot. I know I did this spot. It's just coming up again. I'm going to leave it. Leave it. All right, I think I need one more thing, and then I think we're done. I'm going to put some white dots in the leaves. I'm going to put some white dots in the border, and then we're done. So I'm adding white dots on top of this pink stripe just to soften it up because it's very dark to me. What time is it? Oh, guess what? I'm on time. Who knew? And I don't know where Carmen is. She might be sick again. Poor little thing. My daughter-in-law has mono. She's been to the urgent care twice with 102 fever, and neither time did they catch that she had mono. And she was just so tired and lethargic, and so she went back again. I made her go this weekend. I'm sure she would have gone anyway. And they did another test, and sure enough, mono. I guess there's a lot of mono going around right now in our area, they said. Crazy, right? Haven't heard of that kissing disease since high school. I was out of high school for about 3 months from mono. And my boyfriend, Chuck. Wonder why. Okay, leave it. Yep, leave it. Lindsay, right? Just leave it. It's really pretty. I'm going to be selling these cards on Handmade Holidays. If you're not part of Handmade Holidays, you should go join it. Let me type it in here so you can just click on it. At Handmade Holidays. Wait. Holidays. There it is. And I usually just get a bunch of stuff together, and then I'll do a little sale there. So these are going to be the same. I'll be selling those on Handmade Holidays in a while. Okay. These are going to be printed into something else that I'm not telling you yet. But you'll see. And for now, they're just getting thrown in this box for February. What a mess. The box doesn't even close anymore. But there we have it. So there's our big card and our little card. I love these. And then, Angie, a lot of times I just put things in journals. So they're just in journals. And someday when I die, you guys can all come over and buy a journal. And sometimes there's swear words in them, and sometimes there's bad things in them, but, you know, sometimes there's not. Okay, well, I really, really, really like these. So I'll see everybody tomorrow. I'll be back here, and we're going to be using the small card that I did while the power was out to make a large card. Okay? Have a great rest of your day, you guys. I love you. I hope you like this one. I really do. Kind of really into pink and green right now. It's really pretty. Okay, have a great day. I'll take pictures and share them and try to close this box. That's as good as it gets. Doesn't close. Anyway, talk to you guys later. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.